7:15 Pacific, Game 2, Raiders at home against the Rams. Rams are 4.5 and 48 the total. The Rams had a top 10 defense last year, and they pick up Talib, Peters, and Sue. They had a top 5 offense, and they were in the middle of the pack in red zone. They had red zone issues as well. So if they improve in the red zone, sky's the limit. They led the league in points per game. One concern would be that they took the entire preseason off, so I guess they could come out a little bit rusty. But it's an embarrassment of riches for the Rams as they're playing fantasy football. They also acquire Cooks on offense in a trade with the Patriots. And I'm telling you, you're worried about the players with Oakland. I'm sure they watched that game last night, and you saw the tweets when the trade was announced. You're watching that game, and Mack has one of the best games ever for a defensive player. They're going to be thinking, what the hell's Gruden doing? How do we let this guy go?
Sure. You talk about a coach who, hasn't coached a regular season game yet and has already made a number of unpopular moves. I mean, Khalil Mack was sick last night. What do you have? A fumble, a forced fumble, and a fumble return, and a touchdown, and a sack. I mean, tackle for loss and a sack. He did whatever the group of stats was. Nobody had ever done it before. And he created 7 points by himself, which made a big difference from a point spread perspective. And if you're an Oakland Raider defender, and look, when you look at the Raiders defense on paper, you don't see an impact pass rusher. You don't see a shutdown corner. You don't see an outside linebacker that's flying all over the field. Where are the impact players on this defense? Maybe they show. Maybe there's someone that didn't have a great preseason and maybe Gruden's thinking of, but the loss of a guy like Khalil Mack psychologically for Oakland.
Yes.
For 2018, that matters. And of course, psychologically, this is a Rams team that comes in pretty darn confident. We're going to talk about Goff and Gurley and Brandon Cooks coming in with Woods and Kupp and everybody else. Certainly a lot of big names for LA. But you made an excellent point, Pauly, about the fact that the Rams didn't play anybody in August. The teams that got their starters work, they looked a little bit better offensively. The teams, let's say Atlanta, didn't get their starters any work. Look what happened offensively. There were more than their fair share of hiccups, red zone problems, et cetera, et cetera. I wouldn't be surprised at all to see the Rams have some red zone issues tonight. Remember, they came out of the gate ready last year. They killed them. What was it, 46-9 in week 1? I mean, it was an absolute annihilation. That game was over by halftime. So McVay had them ready last year. Maybe he has them ready again. And if he does, Gruden and company might be in for a long night. But red zone execution going to be key for LA in this one. They're going to cover the number. The Rams, without a doubt, the popular public choice tonight. They're the square side tonight. Although the wise guys that put a fair bit of money on LA already, they did it at a better price than the one you're finding in the current markets. The 4.5s already getting bet up. I'm seeing 5.5s out there right now. Who knows how high this number gets before kickoff?
Oh, no, that's a good point. 6.5, 7, who knows? It's public and pro money on the Rams. And also, you got to be concerned about Gruden, who's been away for the game for over a decade. In camp, they were watching film of 1960s games. Unbelievable what he was doing. Raiders had the Football Outsiders, always what I use. They're the best. Raiders had the 30th ranked pass defense last year as well. Now you don't have Mack for a pass rush. And we'll see if Goff can pick those guys apart with some of his new weapons and a deep threat with Cooks as well. And I don't see if Gruden's supposed to work wonders with Carr and help him out. But Cooper's got to catch the ball, Teddy. He had a ton of drops last year as well. So other than Cooper, remember Crabtree's in Baltimore. He played well yesterday. So, it's not like Carr has a lot of weapons either.
Jordy Nelson, man. He's supposed to be the difference maker. But when you talk about the issues on offense for Oakland, you talk about the potential issues on offense for the Rams, that's going to lead us to play of the day. Like the show? Help us keep the lights on. Please make sure to comment, share, and subscribe to all the Sportsbook Review videos. Thanks so much. Best of luck. Enjoy the game.